What's up, Internet? My name's Nerdy.
And I'm Clarouge.
And this is Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah,
Brotherhood. They need to throw a Brotherhood on there.
No.
This is episode 23 and 24. My wife is not yes-anding me today, and so get ready for an unhinged video where we will inevitably get divorced. If you want the full-length reaction, go to patreon.com/nerdynightly, but if you don't, stay here because you're already here, and we're about to watch Ed and Al get up to some wacky hijinks while Mustang contemplates just how sad his miserable existence is.
Pretty much.
Full Metal Alchemist.
That's pretty accurate, actually.
Look, this is a good song. Mm-hmm. It is no One Piece opening theme.
Get out of here.
The One Piece opening theme is vibes.
Nah, I don't want to hear your shit.
I'm sorry. One Piece opening theme, vibes.
I've literally never heard it.
It's so good. Literally every episode, I am just dancing.
Maybe that's like the appeal of One Piece.
Come over to my channel, Nerdy2, and that's where we are watching One Piece, just me, by myself. I am a Straw Hat Pirate now. I've only seen 4 episodes, but I am fully committed to this show because it's fantastic.
I've lost my husband. Lost my husband to One Piece.
Yeah. I spend so much time on it. I'm not gonna lie though. Here's the thing about One Piece. That show makes me smile the whole time, which very, very little of what we watch does. We watch a lot of very emotional stuff where I'm like, oh, my heart. One Piece never makes me feel like I'm like clenching my heart. And like, I need that in my life.
Yet.
Girl on the battlefield. Is Winry finally joining the fight?
No.
Well, actually, yeah, I mean, she's technically on the battlefield now.
I guess.
Ling, your knees! You might not feel that now, but when you turn like 29, 30...
When this is over, I'll explain everything.
Damn. I like that in the opening theme, we're just vibing, talking about One Piece, and now I'm like, oh, that's right, we're in hell again.
This is not One Piece.
There's a vacant house outside of town. That's where we'll meet up. Don't be followed.
Okay.
Hawkeye, read that piece of paper, and then burn it.
Yeah, right?
You won't give up.
I like, Gluttony's just like, hello!
Yeah.
I'm still here.
For the greater good. Lanfan, what are you planning? No!
Oh, no! What?
Alchemy trapped you in that metal prison, and yet you still have faith in it.
Boom. No answer, just a clap it off.
But it's nothing I can't live with. I don't need pity from anyone, least of all from you.
Let's go, Al.
Oh, do you?
Cool. Wow. Ed rolled a fucking perception check to see him through that fog. Let's go.
Yeah.
She doesn't like to see you fight like that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. We don't have a whole lot of choice here.
Yeah.
I found you!
That ass, though.
You again.
You got a dumpy on him. Oh my god, what the fuck is happening? Oh. That is fucking cool.
Your own regenerative abilities working against you. Your flesh won't stop expanding. It'll keep you tied up nice and...
Oh. What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with these people?
Killers.
How the fuck did she drift that car.
Don't worry about that.
They've turned Gluttony into a big old meatball.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, pretty much.
The Colonel may be a creep and a jerk, but at least we can trust him.
Why is he a creep?
He's always on the phone, kind of like talking to like different women.
Oh, are those supposed to be different women?
I always figured.
To answer for your crimes!
Like he deliberately comes off as like a playboy.
I haven't gotten that vibe from him at all in this show.
Oh.
The only woman I've seen him interact with is Hawkeye, and he's very respectful of her.
It's time for us to retreat! Ha!
What?
No, we can't. We don't have time. Make time! She could be dying now. She's still waiting there for me.
See, like, Ling is like a completely different character now, and is immediately more interesting.
That woman driving. I'm sure she's Mustangs.
Yeah, because they gave her the Clark Kent disguise.
Pretty much, yeah.
There you go. I think I managed to stop the bleeding.
Thank you.
She's the best.
So, May, where are you? Oh, no.
Look what I found, Ed.
We're a little busy right now to be adopting panda bears, Al!
I couldn't leave her alone in the middle of all that mess back there.
First stray cats and now this! Just how many animals can you stuff into that armor of yours, huh?
They kidnapped her fucking panda.
It's alright, you're safe now.
Oh my god, you and Al are the same person.
Probably. Yeah.
Hey, Winry!
Oh. Hello there, Full Metal Alchemist. As a friend of such an important alchemist, she deserves our every courtesy. I should be on my way now. If you'll please excuse me, miss.
Oh, of course, sir.
That was a threat.
That's a nice, honest friend you've got there. Make sure you both take good care of her.
And that was another threat.
You promised. Tell me everything about my parents. What happened to them?
You might want to sit back
The
down.
man who just left the room started a civil war in order to make philosopher's stones that so that he could make question mark.
More waiting. That's all I can ever do.
Does she become Hawkeye's apprentice and become like a great gun lady?
The blondes.
Well, I just this like I don't want to wait. I want to be like involved, and I feel like
Miss Rockbell, there's a telephone call for you.
For me?
I'm sorry about this, Winry. I know you've got a lot going on, and I tried to handle it myself, really.
this is what I want to cosplay.
You there, Miss Winry?
Tetsu?
Please come back to the shop soon.
Good cheesecake. That kid grows up to make a great cheesecake.
And he becomes an uncle.
You idiot, of course you miss her. We all do. Isn't that the truth?
I'm sorry.
Isn't that the truth?
I'll help everyone. Thank you all.
That's very sweet. See, girl, you're not waiting, you're helping. Just in your way. We all have our talents.
Yeah.
I take it back. I don't need her to become a gun lady.
I expect you to take good care of your automail.
Yep.
Not a chance.
Oh, and the next time I make you cry, I hope that
Huh? What? I can't hear you.
He said, I'm deeply in love with you. I want to have adorable blonde children with you.
the next time I make you cry, I hope there'll be tears of joy. And Al and I will be back in our normal bodies, and I'll make you cry out of sheer happiness. That's a promise.
Damn, that was very sweet. There's not a chance that that's going to happen, but it's very sweet.
Yeah.
She loves to watch him walk away, apparently. That's Winry's whole thing.
Those shoulders and that ponytail.
Fuck, am I in love with that, Alric?
All this time, have I been falling for him?
Fucking called it. I love this show.
You know, I can introduce you to a great engineer.
It is so funny that after all of this, she lost an arm, and my first thought wasn't, oh, she'll get automail. I was like, oh, I guess she just doesn't have an arm now.
Forgot about it.
But you would think that I would, yeah.
It's all good.
Just immediately be like, oh yeah, she can have automail.
Bringing this thing in.
No. The Führer's son Salim is adopted. There's no direct blood relation between him and his father.
Oh, shit!
Whether he's monster or human, either way, these new developments will make it easier to remove him from the seat of power.
Mustang, this is about me.
Mustang must pay for what he did to her!
Gluttony's been working out.
Oh my god, I thought Hawkeye just died. Woo! Let's go!
Close. This is very close. Oh man.
That was a great episode.
I'm telling you.
This show became all straight bangers.
Yep.
And you know how they fixed Ling? By making him a completely different character. Just like in every interaction with every single person, a wildly different person now. And
I don't know, I think
he fits into the world now.
Here's the thing, I think there's a lot of people in real life who are like feel like a different person when faced with like serious or life or death situations, but like use humor to like cope with like everyday interactions, right?
Sure, but none of the humor of him came from him being funny. Mm-hmm. It all came from jokes around his existence. That it wasn't like there's a difference between a character like not Jean. Who was the guy who can't use his legs?
Havoc.
There's a difference between Havoc's humor, which was I am a badass and I make jokes, and Ling being like I am apparently a badass, but I pass out everywhere for no reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I climbing through windows for no apparent reason, and like I don't understand how bills work. I should be rich and I'm not. Like the jokes were all about his character not really vibing with the world, not with him being funny, right? And so I think that between the last episode and this episode, the show isn't trying to use his existence as a joke. It's just allowing him to be a character in this world who's interacting with characters as if he's actually there.
Yeah.
And isn't just like, oh, there's a crazy important scene happening over here. And look, Ling fell off of a building.
Yeah.
And you're like, but why? You know what I mean?
But
and
why?
When the rest of the show is as tight as the show has gotten, really, like the last 10 episodes. Wait, this was 23, right? So yeah, 12, from episode 12 to now, I feel like we've had a really solid, tight show that works on almost every level.
Yeah. It's just the condensed of the original that like doesn't always work.
And there's even stuff in there that I really like, right? Like I'm not saying all that's bad. I'm just saying that like that the first 10, 11 episodes are a good introduction to a show that's a little bit confusing at times and doesn't necessarily have a point sometimes. And then they get to episode I think it was 12.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
It hits the ground running, and then they introduce Ling, and Ling just isn't in the world with everybody else.
Yeah. And
the last 2 episodes really have put him kind of in the world that everyone else is living in.
Yeah.
And so he gels really quickly. And even when him and Mustang are fighting at the end there, and they have the cartoony big faces, because it is related to what they want and their desires and their goals, it works for me in a way that him just passing out to pass out and get arrested so that he can break it. Like that was all just like randomness. And that's not fun to me. That is just, especially in this kind of a show. Yeah. I'm also watching One Piece right now where like that version of Ling would fit so well into One Piece.
Yeah.
Because the tone of that show asks for its characters to behave that way. The tone of the show doesn't. Like, the tone of the show is very mature and aggressive and like physically violent in a way that when we met Ling's friends and they had that very cartoony fight around Russenbull, to go from that 6 episodes ago to her cutting her fucking arm off and tying it to a dog. Just a random dog they found. Like, tonally, those are very weird things. And so this Ling feels like a different character.
Yeah.
But this version of him really works because he fits in. Mm-hmm. He's not a distraction. He's a part of the world now.
Yeah.
And that's nice.
Yeah. Yeah, all the pieces are like coming together. Like this show is great.
I do like that bringing up lust made Gluttony swell up and get bigger, because when I think of lust, I swell up and get bigger too.
Oh my god. Christ.
I don't know
There's
what you're
a hole open up in your body with an eyeball as well?
There's one eye for sure. It's that one-eyed monster. Lust inspires the one-eyed monster in all of us.
Wow. Wow, I hate it here.
But yeah, no, I love the show now. Like, I'm vibing hard on it.
Good.
But this episode also, the last couple episodes have brought, even like the stuff that I was like, I was like, I wish Ed and Al were a little bit more centered again. We're doing that. Like the ways in which I want the show to feel a little bit more like a stronger narrative for our main characters. Getting Winry involved a little bit. This episode having that phone call that shows her that she does have a purpose.
Yeah.
Even though it isn't fighting is such good writing.
Yeah.
Like, there's such good writing in these last 2 episodes.
Yeah.
It's really, we're cooking with gas here. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I love that Hawkeye was able to drift that fucking vehicle. Because there's no way.
I don't know anything about cars. I watched Tokyo Drift and that's it.
Yeah.
I literally, like, I
it's just not,
would not know.
I'm not like the biggest car expert.
Someone's gonna be like, actually, that
no.
car was this model from 1927, and it was equipped and could do these things, and we're gonna be like, yeah, sure, if you say so. I don't know.
No, they couldn't. Like, they just weren't able to maneuver in that way, unless it was like ice or something. But like, to get to ride on your tires like that at that time, I'm pretty sure it would just not. Like, you would just turn. They didn't have the same. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
I have no idea.
It was a great scene, and Hawkeye. I do love that Hawkeye's like, I've got glasses now and my hair is down, so I'm a different woman. And the Führer's like, oh hey, it's Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Did she? Wait, is that a disguise?
Bradley's also got like a magic eyeball, so.
No, it's covered.
So.
He can't see with his ultimate eye.
How
if
do
the
you
ultimate
know?
eye. All right, tell me what you see out of your right eye right now.
I'm not a homunculus with a magic eye.
Because every time he says he's using his ultimate eye, he flips his eye patch up.
Oh, I think he just gets tired of having it covered.
Maybe. Yeah, okay, let's get into that really quick before we move on to the next episode. I know, sorry, this has been a little long of an inter-conversation. The thing that I find frustrating about this is the same thing I find frustrating about Attack on Titan, like season 1.
Okay.
Which is that we learn in both of these series that the government institutions are corrupt and do not want our characters, our captains, Erwin and in this it's Mustang, to succeed. Then don't promote them. Like, that you don't have to do that. You are the Führer. And the thing about the show that I don't understand is why you would give a person that you are frustrated with and you want out of your way more power. Or in Attack on Titan, it's that they don't punish Erwin for basically the city that gets destroyed at the end of season 1, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that he wants to keep Mustang close because he considers him a threat, right?
But why?
Because keep your enemies closer is
Okay,
old.
then just kill him.
That's a lot of work. It's possible, but yeah, you got it.
They've killed a lot of people.
Yeah, but they had to, the whole thing with oh my god, and I'm blanking on his name because I'm an asshole. The guy who died. Lust killed him. Why can't I remember his name?
Moreau?
No, with the daughter. They stayed at his house. I literally. Oh my god.
Hughes?
Why? Hughes, yeah.
Envy killed him.
Oh.
Lust didn't kill him. Envy
sorry, yeah.
Sorry, that's why I was
disguised
confused.
as. No, you're right. Hughes, like the Hughes murder was like a whole thing that they had to cover up, and they had to like
because they did
maneuver around
in Central. But like they, my point is that
just gonna send Mustang to the middle of the desert and have someone like assassinate him, and no one like.
My point is, you could send it. Oh my God, Ishvalin's killed Mustang while he was on a mission. Oh my God, we have to go. He's a bad guy, and like
Here's the thing: Mustang is a candidate. So they can't just kill him.
Sure, but they also don't need to promote him, and they don't need to give him power, right? I
think it's to keep him close.
But okay, but you are.
If you were like, look, I need
that is not how fascist regimes work.
But it's not about the regime; it's about the alchemy. Right, because he's like, okay,
this show.
For example,
let me explain it this way, okay? This show has not done a good job to me of explaining why these people are being secretive about the fact that they're in power. I don't understand why they have all of the power and in some ways are like almost immortal and feel the need to hide it. I just don't
Because why would they deliberately create an uprising? If the Führer walked out and was like, I'm a homunculus and these are my plans, the people would be like, what the fuck? And there would be chaos and there would be riots and there would be fighting and there would be issues to deal with. You keep it quiet. And there's no reason to have to, like, open yourself up to those problems.
Right. So if you are the Führer and you can install whoever you want in whatever position you want in your military government that is a military dictatorship, then you just install the people who are going to follow you into those positions, and then you don't need to worry about any of that.
So
that literally happens in our life, and we don't have magic.
Yeah, but he wanted to keep Mustang close to him in Central because he is a candidate. And so he needs to keep an eye on him to make sure he's not fucking off doing some shit. He needs him alive, and he needs him for a specific purpose.
Okay, yes. But the thing is that the Führer knows that he's fucking off doing some shit, right? And so, like, you have this... When even the Führer is going, I am tired of this, I'm going, but what are you doing about it? Like, for me, I'm like, why not?
He's a candidate.
I don't know what that means.
I know,
you can't just keep saying he's a word.
But like,
he's also an alchemist. He's also like
these episodes that we just saw use that like plot point as a linchpin for everything that happens. It is their entire plan with Gluttony, right? So if it doesn't work for you for Mustang, then also that plot line doesn't work.
What do you mean?
Well, that they fought Scar so that to lure Gluttony in to save them because they're candidates. They don't know what candidates mean, but they know that they're important somehow.
Oh, no, I get that. I'm saying that, like, there is this is a world where the bad guys are in charge, but are not running things like they are in charge. They are running things like there is somebody that could stop them. And I don't see who could stop them. Unless they keep giving power to people that they can't trust.
Well, like
they are building.
They're like other beings. They're not even human.
Right, but they are building the hierarchy of people to take them down right now.
Well, no, he just brought Mustang closer to him. Like
sure.
Geographically.
But like why? But if you're going to be a dictatorship like this that wants to have state alchemists, why are you not bringing all of the alchemists in at a young age and indoctrinating them into your if you're going to be fascist? Go full fascism? Like, the weird thing about this show is that the Führer is a fascistic leader who isn't using propaganda to make the citizenry love him and follow him no matter what. When we have fascism in real life, right? We have these countries that have leadership like this, and what they do is they use propaganda manipulation to make sure that everybody is on board with their leadership. And the weird thing about a mistress is that side of it doesn't exist. Like, the idea of a homunculus is such a moral wrong in this world. And I'm like, but you guys are the leadership.
Well, they don't think it's possible.
But why haven't you seeded... Like, why didn't you take Ed... When Ed comes in at 14 and wants to be a state alchemist, why wasn't he propagandized to believe the Führer is fucking God? That's the part of the show that I don't understand.
What are you supposed to do? Put him in a room and make him watch a video 87 times?
Something like that. But I'm saying, like, that is what fascist governments do. Literally, that is like functionally how they work, is that you have this like awful thing at the top and they use propaganda. Attack on Titan does a really good job of this, of having like the memory thing and having the control of information be what causes people at the bottom to believe that the government is inherently good. this show has this weird thing going on where that doesn't exist, but the bad guys, as far as I can tell, are completely in charge and could implement it, but just don't. And I just don't understand why. I don't understand what is the barrier to our bad guys being more in charge.
I just don't think that that's like part of the show.
Sure. But it just makes the bad guy is the Führer weird to me.
Yeah, I don't find it weird at all.
Because if I was a leader, I wouldn't promote people who are whose whole thing is trying to take me down. I
would keep them close so you can know exactly what they're up to.
That's you don't keep people close by giving them more power over more people.
What was he going to do? Promote him to janitor?
Sure. It'll keep him where he was.
But he was not nearby.
Yeah, but he had less power, right?
Yes, I'm saying you wanted to keep him close.
I don't agree with the idea of... I don't agree with that idea. I think that he has he has committed the flaws that have led to him being exposed. And here's the thing. He has been exposed because of his failures. He set in motion Mustang being able to be in a position to kill Lust, one of his friends. Like, the Führer has fucked up royally. I think I'm right in this, right? Like, I think that, like, it going by what has happened in the show, the Führer bringing Mustang to Central was an inherently flawed move because it has led to losing Lust as an ally, exposing himself as a homunculus, like all of these things. I don't know if
that was his decision or if it was like Ed's dad's.
Sure,
right?
The leadership of the bad guys. They fucked up. They keep fucking up. Like, the bad guys in this keep making these massive mental errors of thinking that they can... of trying to be secretive about their existence, but continuously putting themselves in positions where they get exposed. Like Envy's plan to kill Hughes led to a bunch of people being like, oh yeah, maybe the government is not great.
Well, yeah, Envy, like, they were like, Envy, you fucking idiot, your plan was terrible.
Sure, but I'm saying, like, the Führer then going out with Gluttony in the streets to hunt down Ling wasn't smart either. Like, why? And he's in, like, Gluttony is in full Gluttony mode, and he's in his fucking military brigade with his eye patch. Like, he's famous. Everybody knows who he is, and he's walking down the street with an evil monstrosity that they're hunting. Like, the plan, I don't understand what the plan is there. The Führer has to walk out of that situation being like, everyone knows I'm evil now. I just covered, like, 15 city blocks of the most populated city in our country with the fucking Gluttony monster.
On the rooftop, but yeah.
People look up. They're not 80-story buildings. They're 5-6 stories. People can see that. If you look down the street, you're like, hey, is that the fucking Führer and Gluttony? What is happening?
It might just be like, is that the Führer with, like, a disproportioned person?
Sure, I'm just saying for the MPs, right?
Yeah.
And because you've put Mustang in charge in that city, some of those MPs like him. He's a charming dude who's apparently creepy. I don't get that. Is that a thing from the 2003 anime where they went a little bit more into that?
I honestly never felt he came across as actually creepy. I think he was just trying to, like, set a reputation for himself that he wasn't, like, great at upholding, because we don't see a lot of the facade in this one. The facade in the show is the, like, phone conversations mostly.
But he's only had, like, 2 of those.
Well, yeah, and that's what I mean. Like, it's not, like... Yeah, I don't think they do a great job of setting up his, like, cover personality, if you want to call it that.
It doesn't seem to me like he has one at all.
Yeah.
Like, he sometimes, like, fakes being on the phone with other women when he's on the phone with Hawkeye to hide that he's on the phone with Hawkeye. But that's it. Like, that's not creepy to me. If anything, if you want him to come across as creepy, you can't pair him with Havoc, because Havoc came across far, like... But even Havoc wasn't really creepy until the boobs line. The boobs line was a bit much. But but Havoc was more the ladies' man than Mustang was.
The writer insisted on that.
I love that.
It insisted that has to be there.
It's a decent joke, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, this conversation went way longer than I meant for it to. I'm sorry. Okay. I just I hear what you're saying. I understand the, like, keep your enemies close. In a time, my thing is that you don't need to keep your enemies close when you're running everything. Like, keep your enemies close is important when you're not functionally the government. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Why is this what they're doing?
Yeah,
when
I don't agree with you, but
anything. Why is this what they're doing? They keep exposing themselves. Why? You don't have to. You have soldiers that will do shit for you. Like, what is the value, I think, for me right now in the bad guys' plans? And that might be the weakest part of the show for me.
Okay.
Yeah. Envy's plan was not good. And the Führer's plan here is terrible. Gluttony and I are just gonna go hang out on the streets. It'll be fine. No one will see us. Couldn't happen in a major populated city. That won't be weird. Me walking around with Gluttony everywhere. Mm-hmm. I think that's fair. Do you not agree with that point?
No, not really.
You think that the Führer and Gluttony, the Führer who's trying to keep his identity as a homunculus secret, walking around with Gluttony just makes sense.
Well, he doesn't have anyone else to, like, go and kill, like, Ling and, like, protect Ed, right? So it's... like, a bunch of soldiers are just gonna die. Like, they're useless, right? Like,
wait, why? Well, where's Envy?
I mean, Envy's, like, somewhere doing something, but not here, clearly.
Yeah, I just think that him and Gluttony could have at least gone in the same direction separately instead of just walking down the street together.
I understand what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Like, there's a difference between, like, we both went and attacked Ling, and we did it but as buddies.
Right.
Because, like, all you need is Mustang to, like, walk down the wrong road and Mustang be like, wait. You know what I mean? It's too uncontrolled a situation.
Right.
For too little value? You know what I mean? Like, why does he want... Like, I get, like, Ling is an enemy of his, but maybe. But, like, does killing Ling give him much?
It's more that, like, Ed is incredibly important, I think. And, like, how everything happened with, like, Scar being there and Gluttony and also Führer Bradley. Like, I think things just happened the way that they did, but not in a way that doesn't make sense.
I'm not saying it doesn't make sense. What happens physically makes sense. I'm saying that the way Führer Bradley's thinking isn't the most intelligent to me.
All right.
Like, yeah, he fucks up and he gets exposed for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm saying that, like, the consequences of his actions are the appropriate consequences, right? Because he is being an idiot. But, like, if he'd acted smarter, he might not have been exposed. But now he's exposed because he did that.
Right.
Right? Like, I'm not saying it doesn't make sense. It makes sense. I would be pissed off if after all of this, they still didn't know the Führer was the fucking... You know what I mean?
If Ling just didn't tell them.
Or if Ling just, like, didn't put it together somehow. Right. Like, that wouldn't make sense. Everything that happens in this makes sense. There's consequences for the bad guys continuously making these dumb mental errors. Mm-hmm. And they're exposing themselves for nothing, for no gain. And I'm like, be smarter. You lost lust. I do like that, like, Gluttony could have gotten out of that the whole time. He just didn't know that he had that, like, strength in him until he thought about lust. You know what I mean?
Sure, yeah. Let's see what really happens.
What do you mean?
He, like, blew up the house.
No, but I'm just saying, like, Gluttony's, like, trapped and he's, like, trying to get out. And then it's like, it makes the homunculuses more interesting.
He, like, levels up.
He levels up?
Yeah. Like, busts out.
Well, I just mean, but it makes it more interesting that it's an emotional reaction. Because it makes the homunculuses not just puppets of Ed's dad, and that they do have sort of emotional inner lives as villains. Sometimes, like, it's the army of robots problem, right? Like, why do I give a shit about our heroes just beating up a bunch of army of robots? And so the fact that there is an emotional connection between Gluttony and lust there that's very clear and allows him to be stronger because he, has feelings. I like that.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the next episode.
I shouldn't be surprised. That's just how all you humans are. You put emotions before common sense. I killed a man who was like that once. All I had to do was make myself look like his wife, and he was helpless. He couldn't even fight me.
That's fucking dark, dude. Okay, so they're gonna kill everyone in the country. Why?
Good question.
What's the fun in that? Being alone in a crater.
Colonel! What's going on?
Hawkeye, stop!
What the fuck? That was slick.
Survival is our first priority. Besides, he knows our names and faces now. It would be foolish to let him leave here alive.
Yeah. Mustang's using his brain. See, now that's how you get heartburn.
You swallowed it?
Uh-oh.
Do they have to beat Gluttony by forcing him to eat eat until he's actually full? Oh, shit! What the fuck is that attack? What is that wolf?
I'm a civilian, not military. I'm not about to die in the middle of a battle with some crazed monster.
Honestly, fair, dude.
Yeah, what the fuck are you gonna do?
Yeah, just go. That woman has one arm. Just this. Very fun.
Perfect. He fell for the Mustang decoy.
Doesn't sound like he's very happy about it.
If you stay, you'll just get in our way!
Yeah, leave!
They're right. He won't be any use here. Sorry.
They're right.
How did this idiot make Colonel? Look after Lon Fan.
Wait, my lord!
She said my lord, but you know she meant my love.
Where are you, Mustang?
That is such a cool design.
We said we'd stay and all, but that's seriously freaky. He seems to be a bit angry.
A dog?
Stop it! Now, Gluttony!
A talking dog?
Hey, long time no see.
Wait, Envy can do bestiality stuff too?
Envy's,
wow.
Envy's verse, you know?
Definitely verse.
Damn it, I told you before! Don't call me Lord! I've sensed this multiplicity before. How many people are inside you? Homunculus.
Envy's got the tattoo like out on its thigh. Envy's not hiding it.
Let's see how good you are. You held off Wrath, but how will you do against me?
I'm excited for him to use his ultimate glutes.
My dad's a good man. He always listens to me when I talk to him. He's always kind and protects our family. And that is why I love my dad. The end.
It's like a C, you know, like there wasn't really a strong thesis statement.
He's like 6.
The structure of the essay wasn't great.
Oh my god.
It was a little meandering, like cute, and like that was rad.
Good, isn't it?
None of the above.
Let's go, Ling!
Under the circumstances, you can't blame a guy for learning how to fight dirty. So, have you had enough yet? Are you going to come with me quietly now?
Oh no, they heal, dude. Ling.
Nice! Got him!
Nice! Whoa! Oh, Ed's dead.
Ling! What? Damn it! I can't let him eat a sacrifice! Brother!
Is Ed about to get another new leg? Is the joke that he's actually going to be Full Metal by the end of the series? Where was Envy's Philosopher's Stone?
Brother! Ling!
I swallowed them.
Impossible. It can't be.
Oh, we're getting into some weird vor shit. Okay. All right. That's crazy.
You need as many people on your side as you can get your hands on now, Colonel.
It's taken long enough, but I think I might finally begin heeding his advice.
All right. I wish we'd spent more time with Hughes.
I know.
He like hangs over the show in a way.
If anything happens to me, then at least you'll have a chance of getting out alive.
No, sir.
You're a stubborn one.
That's something you've always known, sir.
We call them brats, Mustang.
Do you?
How dare he say something like that about me? I was transferred to Central because of the compassion I showed my men in the line of duty!
Or maybe even that Führer Bradley is a homunculus. Who knows? I couldn't possibly attend something like...
Go on. Tell your little joke.
What, Colonel Mustang? Cat got your tongue? Let's suppose for a moment that I was actually a homunculus, as you say. Well, now, would that be so bad?
Oh my god, Mustang's so stupid. So they just kill Mustang, right? Like, why would they keep him alive? What? Why are you looking at me like this?
Where in the hell am I?
You're in hell, that's for sure. Mustang is the dumbest motherfucker in the world.
His like people skills need work, you know.
He's so stupid. You know, like these like rumors, like I don't know, the Führer's a homunculus. I don't know. Where are we going, by the way? I just met you 5 minutes ago. Oh shit, that's the Führer. Yeah. Hey, what's up, dude? Yeah. I didn't say anything.
It's a funny joke.
So funny.
Uh-huh.
What a fucking idiot.
Oh
my god. I don't even know what to say. Because
Yeah.
at the end of the last episode, we had a long conversation, and I was like, you know, the Führer's plan is terrible because he exposed himself real quick here. And now I'm like, well, and now Mustang, like, Ed and Al are these two children in a world of adults who are all morons. And they are literally Ed and Al have to hold the world together because all of the like parental figures that they could look to are fucking like the adults just need to fight and die and like kill each other off because they're so stupid. If I legitimately don't know how Mustang leaves that room with his job. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't think he should leave that room with his life. But this makes more sense, right? Like I was saying, like if you're gonna lead the country, you would install people who follow you. Mm-hmm. And so like I'm glad that all of those men are on the Führer side. Because there's a moment when it started to pan down the guys at the table where I was like, are they about to insinuate that like all of the leadership is against the Führer here? And I was like, but if you're in charge, why would you let that happen?
Yeah.
And so the fact that they're on his side totally works for me.
Yeah.
I just can't believe Mustang is so dumb.
Yeah.
Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy. The Führer's a homunculus. Oh, fuck, he's right there.
Yeah. I can't say anything.
He's so... Yeah.
I forgot about the being inside Gluttony plotline until it happened, and then I'm like, oh yeah, no, it's coming back to me now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like it because we have a lot of show left, and there's not a lot of villains in the show. Mm-hmm. So if Envy was already dead and Lust, I'd be like, oh my god, like we need to like introduce some new guys for them to fight because Barry's gone. Like basically everyone for them to fight except Scar, Wrath, and Envy and Gluttony. Those are like the only 4 people for them to fight right now. I know there's gonna be others. We'll introduce.
Well, you met another homunculus this episode.
We met another homunculus this episode?
Yeah.
Oh, the voice. Yeah.
It said which one it is.
Did it?
Yeah, he called him by his name.
Pride.
Mm-hmm.
Pride.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Why doesn't Pride have a body though? That's weird. Is Pride telepathic? It's just weird. It like the way that conversation took place.
Uh-huh.
I get that they're trying to hide who he is.
Yeah.
And so it's probably someone we've already met. Like, it could be Wrath's wife. That would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's any number of people that it could be. But just the way they shot that conversation with the butterfly and the spider was very funny to me because I was like, is he a ghost?
No, he is the butterfly.
He is the butterfly.
Yeah.
No, he's the spider.
lamp.
He's the
the
spider.
lamp.
He's the lamp. I love lamp.
Yeah.
As much as I'm making fun of Mustang for being an idiot, that was a great episode. Like, there's a lot of fun shit going on. The combat in the show is really well done. I feel like I don't praise it enough because it's consistently good.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I do like about the combat on the show is that the show doesn't feel the need to constantly level up our characters' abilities.
Right.
Our characters are good at what they are good at, and they are using those abilities in fights.
Mm-hmm.
That is, I sometimes roll my eyes at animes when it's like, and in this episode, I developed this power.
Yeah.
It's the thing about Dragon Ball Z that it's the reason that I fell off of Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Was that it just constantly became, well, now I'm Super Saiyan 13.65.
Right.
I merged with my brother, and now I have 14 levels of super. And I was like, I don't care about. I don't want to be like watching people doing math fights.
Yeah. Well, and it makes things like Gluttony having something unexpected be more like shocking, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. It, like,
because it
just
isn't happening
impacts.
constantly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It really informs those moments, and like,
And that comes from
their
he evolves because of an emotional reaction, and not just like, I need to be stronger, so I'm gonna will it to happen.
Yeah.
Or you know, like the Attack on Titan thing of like, this power appears in this episode that he's never had before, and you're like, I guess that's a thing.
I just so happened to touch the right Titan at the same time to do the exact thing that needed to happen for us to survive this moment.
Yeah, and like that, the level up element of, because it makes narrative feel like a video game in a way that I don't love.
Yeah.
And the way that Full Metal Alchemist is handling this, and honestly, the way that I'm not as far into One Piece, so maybe One Piece gets into that, but the way that One Piece handles Luffy's powers in the opening episodes is great. Like, I like when characters just have abilities. They kind of have some understanding of what they're doing with them.
Yeah.
And they're using those abilities in fights. And the show does a really good job of like scripting and visualizing what our characters are good at and how they use their abilities. Whether it's Scar using his hand or his combat, or you know, like everyone except Mustang. Mustang's power right now, I don't feel like has been used outside of killing Lust, which I thought was really good.
Yeah.
I want to see a little bit more from his fire. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And we probably won't, because he's probably going to get killed, because why would they let him leave that room? But I'm sure there will be a narrative reason why. But there's something cool about using fire as a power, and his is just sort of like fire.
Yeah.
And so I'm hoping that we get some more creative uses of that one. Yeah. Where's Armstrong?
Doing duties, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. They all have jobs, right? So like, I don't know.
I just can't remember him leaving. But he's just not around. So that was a weird one. It just seems like he's just gone, but I don't know. I can't remember when he left.
Wait, no, didn't he go to get Dr. Marco?
Right. Okay. Yep.
I'm pretty sure that was Armstrong.
Yeah. Marco and Moreau and Marco are the same person.
Moreau?
Yeah, Moreau is the secret name that Marco is hiding in that village under.
Oh, something like that. Yeah. Super secret.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what he's doing right now.
I will say the doctor that the model, the face model for both doctors is too similar.
Oh. Just like
one has facial hair and one doesn't have facial hair, and that is the physical difference between them. And so I did not I was very confused for a second where I was like, wait, I thought Lust had that guy.
Yeah.
Because I don't know who that guy is. Have we met him before?
The one who just showed up?
Yeah, the one whose house they're at. He's a new character, right?
Mustang had like a brief meeting with him, I thought. Like a conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah, no, it's a good show. I'm really enjoying it. I just this episode was very funny. There was some very dumb comedy in this episode.
No, I hear you.
We'll see.
Yeah, it's a weird place to leave it off, where they're like, where they're like.
Well, we're gonna keep watching because we have to get ahead for the relay. But you guys are gonna end this video here.
Yeah, you gotta wait. Sorry.
After I say that you can like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the dislike button, leave mean comments down below because the algorithm god is hungry and we must feed her this episode. That algorithm goddess is...
Probably Gluttony. Just eating everything.
I was going to say Winry from the first episode.
Okay, from the
Winry
first
gets
episode?
that moment where you're like, God damn, girl.
Yeah.
See, you are valuable.
Yeah.
You are kind. You is
important.
That's from The Help, right?
I've never seen it.
That movie's really weird.
I know the meme of like you is... I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what the like adjectives are.
Yeah. The Help is like a movie that almost gets away with being super white saviory because the performances, particularly by Octavia Spencer, like Octavia Spencer's performance in that movie is fucking unreal. Right. But it gets away with it because all the performances are so good.
Oh, okay. People kind of overlook it.
The message of it's a little bit strange.
Okay.
Just a little bit. If you want to follow us on the internet, you can. I'm at Nerdy Nightly.
I'm at Claris Pilar.
As always, y'all, do something nerdy tonight.
Go watch the roleplay relay.
Yeah, this will come out maybe in the middle of it. No, yeah, this will come out like in the middle of the relay. So we're live right now playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Crazy.
We're not. Our friends are live on this channel. We're
6
asleep,
PM?
hopefully.
Oh yeah, we just finished our shift. So.
Yeah, we are currently trying to fall asleep. If you're watching this on YouTube.
Yeah.
Bye.